Hey, what's up, everybody? Grayson Carter here, and welcome to today's training on how to bring in a surge of new clients with the program launch formula. So let's talk about the goals of this training. Well, the first goal is to teach you how to successfully run a program launch a few times each year to bring in a surge of new clients. So really, this is going to be the main campaign that we're running in this program, and we're going to be doing it at least once in order to bring in a handful of new clients. Now, this is going to be a skill set and a tool set that you're going to be able to use multiple times throughout the year to bring in more clients. And it's particularly useful around the holidays or around New Year's when people are making those New Year's resolutions and are ready to make a commitment to change their lives. But you can also give it a theme and run it before summer, before the holidays, really whenever you'd like to bring in a bump of new clients. So this can also be a strategy to fill in those gaps throughout the year where your normal flow of clients may dip. So unfortunately, we may have times where we're just not bringing in as many clients as we like. And so having something that you can revert to be able to use this sort of campaign or this sort of strategy to bring in clients is going to be really helpful. So we're also going to be talking about how to use your market's hot buttons to write effective copy, or write effective ad copy that you can use in all of your marketing campaigns. So we're going to be writing a Facebook ad. We're going to be writing an email in order to respond to that Facebook ad. But you can use these same strategies regardless of what you're doing, whether you're running Google AdWords, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever platform you may be on, you can use these same strategies there. So try not to think of this as just one isolated place where you can use these strategies. Once we understand our market's hot buttons, we should be using these everywhere where we're putting things out into the marketplace. Now, lastly, I'm going to be teaching you how to troubleshoot campaigns that aren't performing well and how to turn them into winning campaigns. So I wish I could promise that every single campaign that we put out the first time is going to be a wild success. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. I put out campaigns sometimes and they fall on flat on their face. And so I have to go through a process of figuring out what the problem is and how to fix it to turn them into winning campaigns. So a huge part of marketing is just learning how to run experiments. And if it's not working, how to tweak things, make some adjustments, and then republish it. And eventually, we're going to find that winning combination that's going to bring us a lot of success. So it's an important mindset to be in as we go through this training that it may not work perfectly the first time out of the gate, but that's okay. That's just part of the process. And it happens to everybody. So if we can just work through those things that are unsuccessful, make some adjustments, do some troubleshooting, figure out what's preventing it from being successful. Then eventually we're going to find those campaigns, the combinations that are going to bring us a flood of new clients and are really just going to accelerate our business forward. So let's talk about the overview of what this program launch formula looks like. So there's really only a couple moving parts and it's a fairly simple campaign. So let's talk about each one of these pieces just to give you an idea of what we're going to be working towards. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take your normal flagship offer, like your normal 3-month program, whatever that is, and we're just going to give it a name. And the only reason we give it a name is so that we have something to refer to when we're talking about our program. So you can change it really whenever you like. You don't need to stress about this. Just pick a name that you feel like fits well for the program that you're running, that emphasizes the outcome that the person wants, and just run with it. So you could pick something like, if you're running a New Year's program, you could run a New Year, New You. If you focus on metabolism, you could call it Motivate Your Metabolism. Really, whatever name you want to give it, it's fine. Don't stress about this. It's really just to give us something that we can call this particular program that we're running, and it makes it easy to refer to. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to write a post on our Facebook business page about the program. So this post is really going to be comprised of two things. It's going to be comprised of our message, which is just the text part of the ad, and there's going to be an image. So it's really just those two things that go into creating the ad. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to boost that post to people in your area, and we're going to ask them to comment or to reach out if they'd like more information. So all a boosted post is basically taking an organic post that you've put on your business page. I'm going to be showing you how to do all of this step by step. We're going to be taking that organic post, and when we boost it, it essentially just turns it into an ad. It's going to show it to more people that we specify, and I'm going to be showing you how to pick that audience and how to direct those ads to find your perfect audience. But that's really all it takes is we're going to be writing this post. We're going to be boosting it, which essentially turns it into an ad. and it's going to start showing to people in your area. Now, once people either comment on the ad or they reach out, then we're going to be sending them an email on how to apply for their spot. So all the ad's trying to do is get people to reach out, say, hey, tell me more, send me more information. Getting that person to just make that little commitment to say, yep, tell me more about this. Then we're going to send them an email with the details to apply. Well, in that email is going to be a link to your scheduler, to Acuity. And so people are going to be able to click on that link, get into your funnel, book a time with you, fill out the survey, and then do a normal sales call with you. Now, once somebody goes through that process and they get on the phone with you and you sign them up to your program, then you can run it exactly how you run your other clients through. You don't have to make anything fancy. You don't have to change anything about this. If you want to have a specific start date, like, hey, we're all going to be starting together on January 3rd, you can have a specific start date. But really, other than that, you don't need anything special to run this. Just run them through the normal protocols that you use that get your clients great results, and don't add anything just because you feel like you have to. So a couple things to keep in mind for keys to success. The first is that this needs to be specific for who it's for and the results of completing the program. So if we just put out an ad that says, hey, do you want to get healthy? And it has all this kind of vague terminology that's going to mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, it's probably not going to be that effective. But if we're working with people in the Kansas City area, helping them reduce their migraines, okay, that's a very specific thing. That's something I can raise my hand to, say, am I in Kansas City? Do I have migraines? Yes, I do. So this program is going to be right for me. So we need to be talking to a specific person about a specific problem, and that is going to help increase our response rate. Also, one of the benefits of running this sort of campaign is that we're going to be using limited spots and limited time. So we're going to be using scarcity as your best friend. One of the reasons that I love to start with a program launch formula like this instead of going straight to evergreen marketing is that we get to use all the powerful tools like limited availability, exclusivity, time deadlines, all those things that are going to greatly increase our conversions. And so if we can get it to work using all these tools, then there's a really good likelihood that we can modify things slightly to get it to work in an evergreen campaign. But if we can't get our marketing to work with all these extra tools available to us, where there's limited time and limited availability, chances are we haven't figured out our market's hot buttons yet, and we're going to have to go back to the drawing board to figure those things out. So that's one of the reasons I love running these campaigns right off the bat, is that we're able to get really quick feedback whether our messaging is hitting those hot buttons or whether we're off the mark and need to try something else. The last thing is just don't make this too complicated. I know this may sound a little bit overwhelming at first, but really there's only a couple moving parts. I'm going to walk you through each of the steps to make sure that you're up and running just fine. And just know that you don't need to include anything extra that you wouldn't normally provide your clients. So we're going to be giving it a name. We're going to be running through your normal 3-month protocol or whatever time frame you've chosen for your program, and we're going to get them great results. So that's really the keys to success. I'm going to be walking you step by step through all these all the specific steps in order to show you how to get this campaign off the ground and start bringing in some clients. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching.